Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blood in the land. Welcome back, Legends community. It's Matic 365, or you could call me Matic. The choice is yours. Today, I'm back with a new video on one of the most highly anticipated movies of this summer. And what is Matic talking about? It is no other than the Superman live adaptation movie directed by James Gunn and also written by James Gunn. We all know that this movie is almost about to come out in theaters later on this week. And I gotta say, I'm looking forward to a Birdman hand rub, all right? Because we haven't had a Superman live adaptation movie since Man of Steel. And that's a long time to have a movie dealing with Superman in a live adaptation. So I'm excited about it. I can't wait to go see it in theaters because, like I said, it looks pretty darn good to me from what I saw in the trailers, visual wise and everything. And I'm like, you know what? I think I want to go see this. But let's talk about this because that's what the video is about. Superman. It seems like James Gunn actually has a goal for the new Superman movie and the positive reactions that the new Superman movie has been getting. So let's get right into James Gunn, the co-CEO's expectation when it comes to the new Superman movie. So James Gunn wants the Superman movie to make $700 million in the box office. That's a good number. That's a good number, all right? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm like, you know what? That is a good number. That is a solid number. When it comes to a 700 million, that's not bad. That is possible, right? The previous Superman movie, I bet you guys didn't know this. Man of Steel made $668 million worldwide. So James Gunn pretty much saying that my Superman movie is better than Zack Snyder's. Am I lying? That's what it seems like. He's super confident that his Superman movie is going to outdo the last director that came out with a Superman movie. I like the confidence there. I like the confidence. You got to be confident about your movie, right? Your creativity. You know what? I guess we'll just have to wait and see when I go see it in theaters. All right, that's just my personal take on it. I remember going to see Man of Steel and blown away by that. I hope that this movie does something where I'm like, you know what? This was definitely DC's new start when it comes to the new DCU. And that's my thing about it, because you have to remember, this is the first movie to the new DCU. They didn't go with Batman. Because we know Batman is their favorite over there, all right? That is their favorite character over there. And you know what? I was like, dang, like at least Superman is getting this shine at DC when it comes to live adaptations, all right? So props to DC for actually giving this Superman movie the chance to start a beginning of a new DCU. I'm just putting it out there, all right? Now the next thing makes a lot of sense because, you know, generally when people go see movies, sometimes reactions to movies are either positive or negative. It seems like there's a lot of positive coming from this Superman movie. And you know what? I'm really glad about that because honestly, I was like, you know what? I want to see DC thrive. You know what I'm saying? That was the reason for their actual reboot, because the movies were starting to get lackluster when it came to success with the old DCU. And you have to remember, this new universe, Gods and Monsters, is the new universe they're set up, that they have established. And if the Superman movie would have had a lot of negative feedback, that's when you know it would have been a problem, because it would have actually probably hurt the upcoming movies and shows coming out with this new DCU. And I'm glad to hear that the positive feedback for the movie is actually more positive than it is negative. Honestly, I'm looking forward to the new Superman movie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I said before, And I just hope that the movie does really well in the box office when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, box office numbers, because you have to remember there is some competition out there. Jurassic Park, then eventually Fantastic Four later on this month. But it is the hardest working blurred on YouTube, guys. You tell me in the comments, do you believe that James Gunn's Superman movie can outdo Zack Snyder's Superman movie when it comes to box office success? And my next question for you guys is, are you looking forward to the new Superman movie? It is the hardest working blurred on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much for liking the videos, commenting, showing that you're engaging with the videos, and also sharing so I can get out in the YouTube algorithm. It is the hardest working blurred on YouTube, guys, and I'm out. 3,000 watch hours is the goal for the channel.